what happened was I started using, and I had gotten an injury because I was racing. I was doing other things.
You were still doing the motorcycle stuff.
I was racing motocross at the time. We had gotten into freestyle motocross. I had a bunch of friends that were traveling and doing all that stuff. And I broke my collarbone. They gave me prescription pills. I got strung out on Oxycontin. Went down that whole road, and that was a hole I had never been in before. The cocaine, I could kind of take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But that addiction,
and it's designed to be addictive.
It is. So a couple years, obviously I got out of the game when that whole threat came in, and I thought I'll just lay back a little bit and I'll enter later. Well, I had $1,000 a day drug habit at that point in time.
Wow.
So it didn't take
$1,000 a day?
$1,000 a day.
Wow.
I was doing 10 Oxy 80s.
Well, and then you didn't have the dealing side coming in.
Well, there's no money coming in. So money's just going out.
It is just pouring out to support this habit.
Yeah. So they foreclosed on my house because I wasn't making house payments. Yeah. All those things that I told you I bought, sold all those.
Yeah.
And went through probably, $300,000-$400,000 in cash.
Yeah.
And maxed out all my credit cards. So basically, that's what rock bottom looked like.
That it's just all the pressure coming in,
completely
nowhere to go. Your addiction is upon you. What is it? The saying is like, everywhere I go, therefore I am. There I am.
That's right.
Like that's where you were, right?
Yeah, and I had started smoking it, and it just got went down the whole crack road. It was just anything that could get me out of me.
Yeah.
At that time, I was doing. And what happened was I got picked up leaving the hood one night,
right,
scoring some dope.
Right.
And there was a lady actually that worked for the sheriff's department that lived in this gated community that I lived in.
Okay.
And she's like, I know who you are. I know what you're up to, and I'm going to get you. And I took it super personal. I was like, but listen, today I've looked for her.
And you can't find her.
And I know her name. I know she's around.
Okay.
But my wife's encouraged me. She's like, this lady, she saved my life.
Like a thank you.
She did. She saved my life. She pulled me over every chance she possibly could. I was on house arrest. Yeah. She show up.
Yeah.
I violated house arrest. I violated community control. I did all those things.
Right.
Their first offer they gave me was 5 years. And then I sat in the county for a little bit longer. Then they came back with 2 years. Until finally I'd sat in there so long, I said, here's what I'm willing to do. Give me a year.
Yeah.
I'll take a year right now and just let it ride.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, that's enough.
They make the deal. And
yeah, because I had spent probably 3 or 4 years incarcerated on and off. Like I said, I've cut out a snippet at a time.
Yeah.
But I was getting arrested on the regular. Yeah.
And
6 months.
It's like
90 days
or whatever.
Yeah. I was catching these but they were violations too.
And every time that happens, it's adding up more and more and more and more.
You're scoring. We run on a point system. Right. So I'm scoring more points every time I mess up.
Not good, by the way, young
Which
kids.
is not good points.
Not the good kind of points.
No, but it happened when it happened, and thank God, and it was such a relief, man. I can remember like it was yesterday, riding in the back of that cop car. Like I knew I was going down, like I was going to be down for a while. And if they would have opened the gate 9 months into that deal and said, "Hey, you're free to go," I'd have stayed.
Yeah,
because I was safe and I was getting healthy. Like I was 145 pounds when they arrested me.
Oh man, word, dude.
I looked bad. I just show you. I'll show you a mugshot.
It takes away your appetite, the Oxycontin.
Yeah,
everything.
Hey, if you want, we'll throw it up on the pod. So send it to me. We'll throw it in and place it in. Yeah.
But it was rough, man. And then, so that was rock bottom,
right?
For me, I was done managing my life. I didn't know anything though about recovery.
Right. And that was kind of my next step. Like, so from that point to recovery, how do you get there? You've hit rock bottom, but so typically when I've met people in rock bottom or I've heard that rock bottom story, either way, I find that relationships have been severed all around them. So when they've hit it there, they're not entirely, when they finally get there, they're not really entirely sure where to go. And then, what was that like for you when that happened?
So, like most people, you've burnt everything to the ground.
Every bridge is burnt.
As I scanned, I say this a lot, as I scanned the horizon of my life, there was nowhere I could look and go, well, we're doing pretty good over here. Right?
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Right.
But thank God, man. a guy that I grew up with.
Okay.
We went to that private school together.
Nice.
Yep. We played baseball together, but we also used together.
Okay.
He was as bad of a drug addict as I was. Well, he had pulled the parachute 2 years before I got caught.
Wow.
And he was actually coming and witnessing to me, trying to share sobriety and recovery with me. He would show up, like at the end of it, I was back at my mom's house, and he showed up one day. I was still in the bed from like a 4-day, I'd been up for a week.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up, and he had a Alcoholics Anonymous big book. And like some speaker CDs. And he gave them to my mom and said, have him listen to these.
Okay.
And I was like, whatever, man. Like, you think you're better than me? That type of approach.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were just as bad as I was.
The humility game is not strong in the drug world.
No, it's not. But the thing is I never got to put eyes on him.
Right.
In that time period.
Yeah.
Well, when I was incarcerated, it was Thanksgiving, and he had came to see me.
Dude, so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't realize that. And I kind of want to take a moment just to point out to the audience that as a person and a believer, when you are doing something to step out in faith, to talk to somebody, and we say witness, you can do the traction and all that, or you just sit with somebody and have a meal or lunch. You don't realize how that comes back and hits that person. Like, you can think that it is a waste of time. I can't tell you how many times I've done things and go, this is a waste of time. And then years later, you hear like, thank you so much for that, whatever. And so that's so important that this guy still was like, you weren't a waste of time.
No, he would put money on his phone so I could call him. I had a routine. Like, I would call him every Sunday night. He put money on his phone so I could call him.
That's amazing.
And then Thanksgiving, he came and saw me. So like visitation at this facility, you look at each other through a TV monitor.
Oh, wow. So you're not glass. We're not at a table. So you're in a TV monitor, phone in hand sort of thing.
Phone, TV monitor. And when the monitor came on, it resembled him. But I had never seen that guy
grainy
before.
Sort of deal too. It's usually not like, it's not 4K.
No, it's definitely not 4K.
Yeah.
But the guy that was sitting on the other side of there wasn't the guy that I remembered the last time we were together.
Okay.
Like
he just looked
he
healthy.
was sober. He was clean.
Sober,
he was healthy. He looked great. The things that were coming out of his mouth.
Tone.
Oh, he was jacked.
Right.
But the things that were coming out of his mouth sounded
different.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
Hope is what I was looking at hope. Right.
Yeah.
And he lived here in Santa Rosa Beach. So his aunt.
Oh, nice. Here, huh? Nice.
Yeah. So that's how the story goes. His aunt had a hair salon out in Seagrove. And when he tried to get clean, that was their only family they had out of town.
He was driving from Santa Rosa Beach here to Titusville, which I'm assuming is 8-ish hours.
8, yeah.
8 hours.
7 and some change. It's 8 if you stop at Buc-ee's.
What a testimony from him.
100%. And I'll mention this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's just what it took. He's very modest and humble in the whole thing of just like, I was just doing what I was called to do.
Baby. Heck yeah, baby.
But I always try to encourage him. And when I speak about obedience, he felt led to come. Right. And you never know whose life, because he sees how many lives I've changed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. It continues to create ripples there.
And that doesn't happen.
And your platform is certainly, in my opinion, larger than maybe where his platform was given.
Correct.
But where you are and how Jesus uses you does not require, like, you don't have to be on the world's largest stage.
Not
right?
at all.